Hello, it's Siblings Pair, and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
Came across this clip online on Twitter. The Makok was speaking out about the ANC. This is the final boss. These are the people keeping the ANC alive.
Yeah.
Let's just check out this clip quickly. And then you tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
So in all, Mina, on my side, I'm going to vote for the ANC with its flaws and all. I know very well there is no party that is going to deliver us than the ANC. These others are just doing that for themselves. And number two, most of them are playing with our poverty to get seats in the ANC. It's not to say that we love what the ANC is doing. With all what they are doing, we don't want it. But with all what they have done for us, especially we in the older age, we know what they have done for us. They've put us out of apartheid. We were walking in the streets with cars in times of apartheid, not on the pavements. The ANC came and they delivered us. We were walking around with dom pass, which is a pass. You wouldn't go out of the gate not having your pass. And the ANC came and it delivered us. Today, that everybody is now talking bad about the ANC, even young children who are not even born, that don't know the ANC. The ANC made us what we are today with their flaws and all. We will give them a chance and we'll vote for them.
So your thoughts
Yeah.
on all of that?
So much conviction, Magolo. So much passion. I mean, we know this. We know this is how they feel. We know this is how they think. Honestly, it's just like one Magogo came forward to actually express, how they feel. And I am at the point now of just saying to each his own, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing we can do. She's saying, like, she feels like the ANC has done a lot for them. Like, what can you say to a person like that? Like, what can you say? And we have to respect also where they're coming from with the ANC. And maybe they're just those people that are not willing to change and not willing to switch. And honestly, at some point, I think we just need to respect that. And the change needs to obviously come from us as the youth.
So a couple of things there. So she says that she's gonna vote for the ANC with their flaws and all. That means she's well aware of how bad they is.
Yeah.
She's well aware of how bad they are.
Absolutely.
She knows that they are not delivering.
That's a bit selfish.
She knows that they are not performing. She knows that people are suffering under the ANC. She knows that people are in poverty under the ANC. But for this one reason, that for herself initially, is that
the main reason
the ANC has delivered her from apartheid, given her dignity as a person.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason why I should keep voting for the ANC. So with these people, it's understandable. I mean, like, if you've lived most of your life in apartheid, and understanding what that really means,
absolutely,
and then you have this liberation movement that liberates you from all of that and brings back your dignity in some way.
Then hey, those people have my loyalty.
You'll feel forever indebted to them.
Yes, absolutely.
And clearly she feels forever indebted to them. And also the extra benefits that the ANC have given her, probably a home, probably some grants here and there to feed her,
probably a job,
probably her grandchildren or her children are able to go to school, all those kind of things that the ANC has delivered to the people. So you can't really argue against that. And also on top of that, you can't really change her mind, especially at that age.
Absolutely.
At that age, her mind is set in stone. And we need a different strategy. So initially I was thinking that this the ANC coming out of power will happen after a generation. So the people that,
it's horrible that it sounds like we say
just wait for them to die.
There's nothing else.
The people who are forever indebted to the ANC are the old people, and you just have to wait a generation for them. And then the newer people, the youth who are not indebted to them the ANC.
Like that.
Like you said, the youth is talking trash about the ANC. So if you just wait a generation, the people who are forever indebted to the ANC will pass on, and then the people who are more critical of the ANC now will become voters and stuff like that, which is what we are seeing today. The main issue again with this is that you can't change their mind, one, and two, the people with the power to overpower the Makokos are not voting.
Are not voting.
The youth.
The MTs are only coming. We're not voting. So it's like it's still giving the Makokos power. Then.
So the biggest strategy in this to overthrow the ANC is to get the youth involved.
To vote.
Get the youth involved and get them to vote. Another thing is the biggest problem again is that the Makokos, they all have one mind.
Yeah.
They all vote for the ANC.
Yes.
While the youth is not in one mind.
It's split.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
They vote for different parties and because nobody knows what's good.
So our vote is still split further.
Yeah. So the Makokos vote is still stronger than the youth's vote because the youth is not of one mind.
Yeah.
So that's another problem. So this goes back to again to what we're saying, that the opposition party there's nobody that's really good enough to cultivate a large voter base.
I wish we could have somebody that manages to capture all the youth. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously that's very difficult now. You know, but like I don't think we're that different in views. It's just there's just those things that some of us are just not willing to tolerate in a certain party. You know what I'm saying? Like, but ultimately what we want, I feel like we share the same views in terms of what we want and the kind of change that we want.
A funny thing is when she's saying that she's hearing all the young people talking trash of the ANC. For her, she doesn't have much longer to live for.
Yeah.
So basically she's lived her whole life. The youth still has a lot to live for.
A lot to live with. We think about our future. We're not thinking about our past.
She's thinking about the past.
Yes.
She's voting for the past. While the youth is looking towards the future and seeing that the ANC is not good for the future. So she should also consider that point of view that, okay, with the ANC and all its flaws, are they good for the future of the country?
Yeah.
Not for what they did in the past.
Like we get it. I mean, they've been thanking the ANC for the past 30 years. How long do you need to thank people?
And she was like, you need to give them a chance.
No, we've been. I'm sorry, Makoko. Like we've been giving them a chance, but it's like at the end of the day, we can't act ignorant, man. We need to think about our future as well. We need to think about the future that we are setting up as well for our kids. You know what I'm saying? And whatever party, whatever governing, party at the time plays a pivotal role in the future that we set up for our kids.
It's very important to understand as well, is that this is why it's very important to not be attached to a political party in this manner.
Absolutely.
To be able to
let's take the emotions out of political parties now.
To think objectively about things, to see that you can't look at the ANC over the past 10 years and see the country deteriorate to the rate that it is now, and you still feel
man.
And the nostalgia of the ANC of what it was in the 90s and the early 2000s is what's making you vote for them today.
But to be fair, they are the biggest ailing generation.
No, besides that, just like if you just objectively just look from 2010 up until now. If you just take those years, 2010 to now, and you just see everything, the price of bread go up, petrol go up, cost of living is going up. We're having less and less electricity as the years go by. We're having water shedding. There's many things that are just going wrong. The crime is going. If you just look at all those things, and you're saying I'm going to vote for the ANC based on what they did in the 90s, you are voting for the wrong. You're voting for the wrong reason. That's why you need to take emotion out of it and just look based on what they do.
Absolutely.
Just based on what they do. And again, she brought up a good point as well, is that all these other parties,
they just
won't do anything. They won't do anything for her. All these other parties won't do anything for her compared to what the ANC has done for her.
But that's the thing. The only thing that mattered to her, I feel like, nothing will be bigger than the freedom to vote. So
I'm thinking what she meant by that. So again, it's like not having community presence. So the ANC, probably the ANC and the AFF are the only two, maybe a little bit of the DA as well. those parties are the only parties that have like some sort of community presence.
Yeah.
But again, the ANC has the strongest community presence. So these people are very practical when it comes to politics. If something is going on, there's
And
a
it's
strike.
just like advertising. We know.
All they do is advertise. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual community presence. Like a party, a party member doing something for somebody. If you have something to complain about, oh no, I don't have electricity today. Who can I talk to?
The ANC guy will show up and pick up. Oh no, I'm here. I got you.
There's somebody you can talk to from the ANC, and then they will probably make something happen for you, and then you have electricity within the next couple of days or something like that. Nobody shows up in these other parties, so in her mind, these parties are not doing anything for her. So you need, like, as a party, you need very strong community presence. You need to be involved in the community. Whenever there are problems, you need to be there. You need to be the one sorting out the problems for the people, and then people will trust.
Will remember you.
Yeah, and then they'll vote for you. That's how you gain people's trust. So if you're just gonna be putting up billboards and saying vote for me, vote for me, why are you doing nothing?
Like, who are you?
Community?
Compared to the oaks that took me out of apartheid, that made sure that I don't have to walk around with a dump bus anymore. Who are you?
And again, I'm glad I'm the youth that's not indebted to the ANC.
Yeah.
I can look at them through a critical lens and see that no, these people are not good enough for the future that I want, and I'm willing to vote for somebody else. And now I'm hoping that, unfortunately, that when this generation dies out, that we'll have more people who are
open to be critical about
their parties
and not blind following and let's not be emotional about politics, bruh. Like, I feel like emotion should have stopped at 1994.
Political parties are not soccer teams. Don't make it a part of your identity. Don't be those people that you have EFF or ANC stickers on your cars.
It's not that deep, guys. It's really not that deep.
No.
That's the problem. That's why now people will follow people even to the grave, and even for the worst things possible. We don't need that kind of cultism, honestly.
Don't make it a part of your identity.
Yeah.
It's literally a service delivery.
That's why it's easy when somebody is not doing the job.
Treat it like that. Treat it as
you're not
service
working
delivery.
out. Yes.
It's not a part of your identity.
It's not.
So that's my biggest gripe with EFF members specifically. About EFF members specifically.
They kind of want to they want to continue that generation of
anything. Any criticism of Julius and you are idea
there are things we're gonna agree with and things we're not gonna agree with.
You are bored. Who bought you?
Who bought you?
It's like, you're gonna be part of the same problem as this old lady now.
Absolutely. Then it's these people who are gonna roll our eyes every time, like, because
if the EFF was to come into power and the EFF are not good enough to govern, you'll never admit that because it's a part of your identity. You're not gonna
be willing. The EFF got us this or whatever. There's gonna be another obstacle that obviously the EFF will cover, and then they're gonna be indebted forever.
Yeah, and it's not only the EFF. Like, other parties have their loyal followers. The DA has their loyal followers.
That's what I'm saying. Right through, like, we should not be that emotionally invested.
Because this is the problem that comes with that.
Yes.
Blind loyalty.
Now we have to suffer at the hands of people having blind loyalty.
You're voting for reasons that you shouldn't be voting for. You're choosing a party that you shouldn't be choosing.
I mean, there's a thing. Obviously, there's that thing about human beings. Human beings. We want that sense of belonging to something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and you belong to South Africa. You belong to South Africa.
But, like,
prioritize South Africa first, not the party. Put South Africa first. You are part of a very big and
it's almost like
community.
That clique thing in schools. Like, you feel like part of a group.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to me. So the people that are not invested in politics, I think they can objectively look at things and say, okay, this is not good for me. This is good for me. And then those who are invested in politics, and then you can't pick the political party.
You've proved it so many times. These people have proved it so many times that they can't. And nobody's undermining your intelligence or anything like that or saying you're stupid. But, like, we understand when you are so emotionally invested in something, it's really hard sometimes to be objective in
And make the right decision.
and make the right decisions and without basing them on emotions, because you're gonna look for every excuse to excuse that wrong thing, because you've taken it upon yourself that you have to defend even every wrong that this thing does. And to be honest, we can't take such seriously. Like, I can't take a person seriously that wants you to spin something even if it's so obvious to the rest of the world that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And like, we don't need more of that. We need less of that. We need more people who are willing to admit when right is right and wrong is wrong. We need backbones.
Treat political parties as service providers.
Yes.
When your service provider is not working for you,
not working,
you move on to the next one.
Don't you get frustrated calling in a call center and not getting helped?
If your service provider is not working,
you
move, right?
You move.
If your bank is not working for you, you choose another bank. If your network provider is not working for you,
like,
choose another
it's silly to stay
provider.
with something that's not working for you.
So treat politics the same. If they're not delivering for you, choose another service provider.
Yeah.
Treat politicians as that, service providers, not your identity. They should never be part of your identity.
And hopefully we will start doing away with this.
Then
as time
you see, if you start doing that, then you're gonna make politics in this country very competitive, because now politicians will know that if I do not deliver, the people will choose somebody else.
Absolutely.
Then they will be forced to deliver in order to stay in power. It's like simple stuff like that. That's the only way we can make politics competitive in this country.
Absolutely.
Not that we have teams and then you must be loyal to our team forever. Look what's happening in the PSL. People forever loyal to Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
Kaizer Chiefs have never won a trophy in 10 years. And in the last 10 years. That they're still Kaizer Chiefs supporters today. They shouldn't treat politics like that, unfortunately. But yeah, it is what it is. You guys just let us know what you think about this whole situation.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.